Passion, pain, and persistence. This is respective perspectives. Athletes practice, they perfect, and they perform. As we watch from our position in the stands, they sacrifice their safety to prove their ability, an ability which could propel them from the backdrop of their youth into professional level sports or beyond. But performance is only one facet of the gladiator's experience. What we don't see is the pain. For senior inside linebacker and biomedical science major, Devin Alexander, pain has been the best catalyst for personal growth.
My whole perspective changed about football when that year happened, because that's when I noticed at any moment this football stuff can end.
Dev, also known as Humble Dev by his friends, has been a college football player since he began his career at Toledo in 2014. Moving to Southeast in 2016, he made himself a standout player on both special teams and defense. He says the latter is where he feels most at home on the field due to the way he views the game. Where do you think you're best suited on the field?
Inside linebacker. You know, I predicated like my body build and the way that I think when I'm out there is geared towards stopping the run. So I feel like being in the middle, not necessarily being the best middle linebacker or being the best player on the field, doing my job is what helped us win a championship.
Yeah. Being there is the essence of Dev's career as a Red Hawk. After posting high defensive numbers in 2017, he suffered a series of injuries that would ultimately sideline him for a year. That year would prove to be explosive for the program, which finished 9-4 in the second round of FCS playoffs for the first time in a decade.
When I got the next injury, because I ended up breaking my foot twice, back to back.
When did you break it the second time?
I broke it in spring ball, and I tried to come back too early in fall camp, and ended up breaking it again doing a drill. So that really was set me down for that whole season.
Before that year, Dev says his ambitions had mostly been centered on a career in professional football, a future that was put in jeopardy by this setback.
At that point, that's the year that you feel like, okay, this is supposed to be my year to show the people that need to see you play a certain way to get to where you want to go.
Right.
Now, specifically speaking, NFL, that was that year for me. You know what I'm saying? That was supposed to be that year to go put some film out there to get some type of scouting or to be looked at. And to lose that year, but to gain the next year, it was tough.
As he recovered, Dev began to understand two things. To attain the future he wants, he must have a plan B. And his presence within the program meant more now than ever, as his teammates did battle in his place. Senior Red Hawk linebacker Devin Alexander has been a college football player since 2014. In his career, Dev has proven his worth to his team through playing analytical assignment defense and being a motivated team leader. During a drill in his 2018 spring camp, Dev broke his foot before re-breaking it in the fall. Prior to his injury, Dev was nearly prepared to practice and send film to be considered by professional scouts, specifically within the NFL. As he treated his injuries, he remembered his backup plan should football no longer be an option. That plan, influenced by his family history and need for structure, was the Navy. What would be next?
The Navy.
Yeah.
That was, once I broke my foot, I got healthy, and I went to join the military. I actually joined the Navy Reserve April 19th of 2018.
What pushed you to do that?
That was always my second option.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? That was my backup.
He also stepped into a new role as a team leader, vocal leader. He who's inactive yet present and leads without playing. The decision was the product of a new mindset, one fostered by his time out of the game.
But when I set out to get that year back, my whole goal was to come back and be the best me I can be for the team.
Dev's new resolve was put to the test early in the 2019 season after he tore his tricep in the first and second games of the season. You had an elbow injury, correct?
I tore my tricep, 2 of the 3 muscles.
Wow. Two of the 3 muscles in the
off
tricep?
The bone.
How?
Just playing. Playing hard. I played the rest of the game. It happened at SIU, the first game of the season. I played the rest of that game knowing something was wrong. You know, they told me as a staff, they was like, something's not right, but you can play, but it's up to you. It just depends on how you do it. So I go to Montana, we fight at Montana State, and that's when I completely tore. As
he recovered, he remained an active mentor for his teammates who fought their way through 11 games and into the Ohio Valley Conference Championship, the game slated for Dev's return to the field.
championship. And just the expression on everybody else's faces is what gave me my joy. You know, I honestly could be like, yeah, you know what? I was out there. I was a champion. No. We champions. We did this together. Whether or not I played all 10 or 11 games that happened at that time, we are champions. You know what I'm saying? I got to play in a game that I was fortunate enough to come back for. That my teammates did their thing, not just for me, but just for everybody that we practice with and we play for.
During the matchup versus Murray State, Dev proved to still have the eye of an effective inside linebacker and worked with his team to become OVC champions. The following week, Dev and company advanced into the first round of the playoffs, and though they sustained no injuries, the Redhawks lost to Illinois State. This was Devin Alexander's final game of college football. Now, Devin is following through with his backup plan. He will report to Naval Station Great Lakes on January 7th, 2020. Devin Alexander's perseverance through injury is a common scene in athletics. His leadership and accountability helped build a championship football program, and his thoughtful sense of duty has led him to his new career in the armed forces.